Hey y'all. Oh Lord, back again. God gives me grace to come on here and share with y'all some things that I think that should be thought about. Something that I think will be impactful. That's the reason why this is called the House of Healing 5 Minute Impact. I'm gonna try to keep it around five, but I may go 6 or 7. See what I'm saying? So just listen now. So lately we've been discussing on the Bible study. What about discipleship? We did a part two of it last night. What about discipleship? Did we forget? That we have a personal charge to emulate, to be affected by the personality of Christ in our life, that we reflect it. Look, so the Lord asked me a question, and I want to pose it to you. Because anytime God brings something to me and it affects me, and I think about it, I say, Lord, this is something that we should really let go through us. Not no brags, just truth, okay? God asked me a question that I'm gonna ask you to think about. What outside of God do you need? What outside of God do you need? See, this is what true discipleship is about. Understanding that the Lord has actually provided all that we need, so we're to emulate Him in our lives. Discipleship is about living, it's about breathing, it's about sleeping, it's about eating, it's about everything you do, you reflect Christ. There's nothing outside of God that we need. I know there's a lot of motivational speaking, and it's okay with that. It's okay for people to try to perfect themselves and all these type of things. That's okay. But if you don't bring it from a God perspective, I'm gonna question your motives behind that. Because everything we need is in God. What outside God do you need? Money, he teaches us about money. Sex, he teaches us about sex with our ordained and covenant partners of the opposite sex. Yeah, I said it. He teaches about that in Song of Solomon. He teaches about that in 1 Corinthians. What about your life as it is? He teaches about that in Romans. What about your calling? He teaches about that in Acts. What about your health? He teaches about that. He said, Jesus himself said, exercise is good. Eating right. God says about eating right. About your potential. There's nothing outside of God or in his word that you don't need. Is there something that you're trying to pursue without the Lord? You know, we talked about before that faith without works is dead. So we clearly understand that works give life to faith. Now you got to define what works is in that particular thing. Anybody who get a job, they also have a job description. Your job description describes or defines what your work is in the performance of that employer, of that employment. So when you think about faith without works is dead, define what your works is so that your faith can come alive in that area, and then do the works. There's nothing outside of God that you need. If it is, let me know what it is. Yeah, inbox me, Facebook me, tell me whatever you want to do. Tell me what you need outside of God. And I promise you that I will find several verses of scripture that will tell you it's in God that you can find what you're looking for. Your promise, your future, your destiny, your business. God talks to us about business. He talks to us, he teaches us everything. This is the reason why it's so important that we don't forget about discipleship. Emulating the personality of Christ in our life, letting his word affect us all throughout the day. Not just a moment where you just went to church. It's beyond going to church. You live more outside of the church than you do in the church. It's beyond opening up the Bible. You outside the Bible studying more or walking more than you are in the Bible study. It's more than just about praying. It's about knowing that I'm in his presence and letting that presence come through me in all that I say and do. You answer the question for yourself. What outside of God do you need? Because I promise you, God has it in him for you to have every single thing that you can ever think of. God did not create anything in this earth that we could not find in him that can come forth in our lives through the manifestation of Christ in our life. God, there's nothing on earth that is good or whatever it may be, according to the will and the purpose of God, that we may not have it to the life and life to the fullness thereof, for which Yahshua the Messiah came. What outside God do you need? Wait, answer that question for yourself. And I'm sure, I know, I ain't even got to worry about it. I know you're not going to find anything outside of God that you need. Really. So this is about this pulls on the fact that don't forget about discipleship. Discipleship is a 24/7 thing. It's what you do all day long. You let that discipleship resonate to you. You reflect, and you reflect the personality of Christ. He uses your personality to reflect him. He can use anybody to reflect him if we allow him to, if we submit ourselves to him. Now you go and you search yourself. Look throughout your day, look throughout your life, look throughout your minutes, look throughout your seconds, and you tell me what part of it that you found that was outside of God that you needed. And then holler back at your boy and let me know. Okay? Love y'all. Talk to you later. Be blessed all day long.